At the very beginning of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I was greeted by nothing but 725 corner campers screaming to adapt at me. That's all I had to deal with every single day of trying to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Nobody wanted to run. Nobody wanted to move. Nobody wanted to push, be aggressive, rotate the map, try to figure things out, find new pathways and new ways to flank. Nobody wanted to experiment when the game first came out. Everybody just grabbed either extremely overpowered assault rifle, which would be the M4, an SMG, the MP5, or they had a 7.25 shotgun, which was completely broken when the game first released. They found a corner, they found a window, they sat there, they shot you 50 times while you tried to learn the map and tried to figure everything out. And then at the end of the whole situation, the end of the whole game, they tell you, adapt. Get good and adapt. And all over Twitter and YouTube, there's tons of Modern Warfare defenders just telling you to adapt. Even if you're just giving valid criticism, which I like to personally think I gave a lot of valid criticism towards Modern Warfare for the full year. I didn't enjoy the game. So on my YouTube channel, I posted content about my opinion about Modern Warfare, which was all negative really because I didn't enjoy the game. You know, and that's what I did. And I gave criticism, I gave tips that I think would be able to improve the video game. My videos aren't big enough, so obviously none of them saw it, but I still continuously did it just in case maybe one day they might see one video that had something positive in there for feedback. But even with positive criticism, people who defended the game would still come out and say just adapt. Even if it's completely game-broken issues that are ruining the experience, which are clearly bad issues, there's no other way around it, there's nothing good about them, they would still sit there and defend it and say adapt. It was just a horrible, horrible saying. And obviously, you know, adapt can mean many things. But this year with Modern Warfare, the word adapt, I don't even want to think of that horrifying word anymore. It literally killed the whole purpose. Every time I hear someone say adapt, just out of context of Call of Duty, it could be in any conversation, even at work, I just, oh my god, it hits me hard. Like, oh my god, I can't handle the word adapt anymore. It has basically been burned into my brain to the point where I don't even know what to think of besides camping when I think of the word adapt. That's all I could think of. Now, obviously, as time went on and I learned Modern Warfare, I grew to become better. And as you can see in a lot of my gameplays, I actually know how to rotate maps. I know how to push people who are camping. I figured out certain things to do in this game to kind of find it enjoyable, even though it's still not my favorite Call of Duty game. It's still, you know, the gunplay is good, the movement's good, the blah blah this, blah blah that. They just screwed up everything in the world else, you know, prestige system, mini-map, and no ninja perk. It's so many things I can't even count. So obviously, the graphics just, I can't. I'm a gameplay guy. I've always been a gameplay guy. I made multiple commentaries about how I'm a gameplay guy, and I always choose gameplay over graphics. And Modern Warfare is all graphics, no gameplay. But I knew all the people who were camping and being a bunch of bitches when it comes to Modern Warfare. Those people were telling us to adapt in Modern Warfare, which Modern Warfare is a one-of-a-kind video game. Honestly, the reason why I think a lot of people didn't enjoy it is because it's just simply not Call of Duty. It's its own type of video game, which a lot of games are supposed to be. You know, every Call of Duty game can't be the exact same thing, so obviously they're going to change it to a certain extent, but every single Call of Duty game, you could still kind of hit home with the old school Call of Duty vibes when you played it, even though it's completely new and innovated. But Modern Warfare, I got no old school vibes. It was just a completely new experience, which made it really hard for a lot of people who are Call of Duty fans to adapt to because they just simply did not want to. They wanted to play Call of Duty, and Modern Warfare just wasn't that. So all the people who thought they were really good by sitting in corners all game, and all the people who thought they were the most experienced players by holding angles through windows and using 7.25, not this year around, not this year around. I knew it. I knew that this was just going to be a one type of video game. They're not going to make any other games very closely to the style of video game. They might in the future, but this was something like the Jetpack CODs, where it's completely different from the Call of Duty core Call of Duty experience, to be exact. And this is a new one. It's not really a Jetpack COD, but it's a tactical COD, a super tactical COD to be exact. And I knew there was no way that they're going to continue to make this style of COD every single year, and that these people who are saying adapt and get good are going to have to struggle when they have to learn that this isn't what Call of Duty is, and when they actually have to play Call of Duty, they're going to get their butts kicked. And here we are, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, finally coming out, baby. I got into the alpha and stuff like that for those who have watched me for a minute here. Yes, you saw my videos about the alpha and stuff, so yes, I have been in the alpha, I played it. I'm definitely playing the beta as well, and it just feels so good to play a Call of Duty game that actually requires skill. And it's a skill gap, a very clear skill gap to be exact. And I can finally be the person sitting there telling them to adapt. Everybody who told me to adapt, I can finally say it. It's time for you to adapt. Yes, it is time for you to get good at a Call of Duty game, a real Call of Duty game to be exact. No longer will you be able to play in the extremely dark corners. No longer will you be able to set up 50 million claymores around a whole building. No longer will you be able to camp in Windows 24/7 without getting flanked, because there's way too many ways that someone can defend a building, including doors. No longer can people camp behind doors. No longer can you guys be absolute bitches. It feels amazing. Now you have to adapt to us. You have to adapt to a run and gun styled video game. No more camping. You got to learn how to shoot. You got to learn how to track an enemy and not just put 2 shots into their chest with an assault rifle and get a lucky kill. 150 health is actually going to require you to aim. You can't just insta-melt people. You have to learn how to track your enemy. No longer can you get simple lucky headshots just because you got shot and they didn't finish you off right away. No longer will your gun flinch into the sky and just tap his dome out of pure luck when you missed all of your shots besides the one flinch shot. No longer are you going to get those lucky kills. No longer is any of this bullcrap going to happen. Black Ops Cold War, thank you. Like I said, I'm very pleased with what I saw in the alpha. Yes, there are problems. Ninja needs to be buffed. You know, and certain other aspects of the game need to be tweaked around every once in a while. But it's very minimum stuff. The gameplay is there. And as a guy who really focuses on gameplay, it's a good year for me. I know it's a lot of people who enjoy the good graphics, the good animations, the good sound system, all the stuff. I understand where you're coming from. I know that's what you enjoy. But at the end of the day, for me, and my personal opinion for my personal channel, I like gameplay. I love gameplay. That I could choose gameplay over a game that looks good any single day of the week. If I enjoy my experience, then I enjoy my experience. That's what makes a game fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point? Yes, you can look at the screen and it looks absolutely gorgeous, but are you just going to sit in the back of the map, not do anything, and just stare off into the distance and just absolutely consume the glorious scenery of the video game instead of actually playing it? I just can't see myself doing it. I want to be able to play the game, enjoy the game, and feel an actual skill gap within the game. I don't want it to be all this cheesy stuff allowing any single person in the world to just pick it up and kill people. Yes, in Black Ops Cold War there's a war machine, but you gotta understand the war machine isn't like in Black Ops 4, where once again they're handing stuff to the noobs so they can get easy free kills and kill skilled players off their streaks. It was so obnoxious. But in Black Ops Cold War you have to earn it as a score streak, and score streaks are hard to get. Coming from me personally, I could barely even get one, to be honest with you guys, but I was on console, so who knows, when I get on PC it might be a different story. But it was very complex. You gotta play for score, you gotta play for kill streaks and stuff like that. You gotta do the whole mix in order to get these things. No noob is going to be topping off. A noob will probably get like a napalm or some random, artillery strike or something like that, a UAV. That's probably the most they're going to be getting, but all the good stuff that experienced players are going to be using are going to be basically left for the experienced players. It's going to force people to get good at the game. Instead of being able to pick up random stuff and camping it out until you can get your streak, you got to actually perform good. You have to learn how to be able to take objectives while still keeping a kill streak going on without dying and being able to rotate around objectives, and it just makes you become a better player instead of simply being bad at the game and being allowed to be bad at the game. Even with the headshot multiplier, it just seems absolutely amazing to be able to insta-melt someone because you are actually skilled with shooting. And the headshot multiplier isn't going to be bad because of the main fact there's no flinch. So if you want to hit the head, you have to actually aim for the head. No flinch, no lucky headshots, no insta-deaths, none of that. If you die from a headshot, they legitimately aimed at your head and shot it. That is it. It's just so good. I can't even. It's time for y'all to adapt. It's time, baby. I can't. It feels great to be able to finally say that to every single camper in the universe when it comes to Modern Warfare. Guys, this year is going to be an absolutely outstanding year regardless, in my personal opinion. I know a lot of people are very skeptical about this video game, but I'm a hardcore Call of Duty fan. I've been neglected for multiple years in the Call of Duty franchise. All I want is gameplay, and this is going to give me gameplay. At this point, I could care less. Even though I do want a fair microtransaction system and the skill-based matchmaking is going to be annoying, it's whatever. At the end of the day, if it's a skill gap, if I can compete with another experienced player, but it's not off of luck, it's actually off of skill. So the two experienced players, they need to be able to hit headshots, they need to have actual map awareness, they need to be able to actually track enemies. If they can do that, then they're good. Instead of having, some random low-KD player popping off going like 20-5 on you just because they camped in the back of their map and all of your randoms are charging into the building, feeding them free kills. It's ridiculous. This game is going to require skill, and that's all I can ask for. I really don't care about the graphics this year. I really don't care about any of that stuff. All I care about is gameplay. I just hope that the gameplay continues to be consistent, and like I said, buff a few of the perks, maybe tune some of the weapons to make it a little bit more fair. And regardless, I'm going to be happy. And map design, for the love of God, please have good map design. And I honestly, I hope they put in rank too. I really do. Skill-based matchmaking is going to be a pain. But regardless if skill-based matchmaking isn't in the game or anything like that, no corner camping complete douchebag is going to tell me to adapt in this game. And that's all that matters to me. I will sweat my butt off every day of the week as long as nobody is going to be camping in the corner telling me to adapt. I'm done with it. I'm done with the saying. It's over. It's a GG. And to be real with you guys, we don't know if anything newbie is coming into the game later on. We only got a little taste with the alpha. But if all we saw in the alpha was how the rest of the game is going to turn out, I'm going to be pleased because everything was fair. Nothing was obnoxious. Nothing was giving people free kills. Everything was very good. It was very well balanced out, and it felt nice. So hopefully the beta and the regular game will feel just as good. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. And by all means, if you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. You can follow me over on Twitter or Discord. Both of those links are down in the description. And also, if you want to catch me live streams on video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.